What's up, guys? We are into Oat Harvest now. You can see we got some oats right here, actually, just to my left. We will not be combining those today. Well, we might get there. But, yeah. So right now, the oats are still just a little bit too damp. They should go here soon. But I am taking the mock till and 8RT over to our first field, and we're going to get it there and make sure it's there for when we want to use it, because I have a feeling we're going to be mock tilling oat stubble here soon. In the meantime, Carson is also grabbing the 9870, and he is headed to the next field. The Lexion and all the heads and grain cart are already at the field, so that all should be good to go. I found my glass mount. That's cool. Ah! Getting old. Let me go fuel this thing up. Alright, so we got the green machine, grain cart, and then the Lexion is over here. Carson's on the phone, but we're going to get started here real soon. Just go look at these oats now. We are up and running. Carson right now, we're just calibrating the yield monitor or something. I don't really know. I don't run the combine. But basically we just stop and dump a couple times to get a weight from the cart. And then I give him the weight and he does what he does. I will say this Lexion unloads at least twice as fast as the other one. It's really nice. Chuck, I think, went around this hog site here and went down to that end. He's going to start down there. So after I get Carson here, I'm going to go down and find Chuck. Got the Lexion right here. Carson's running it. Got some oats that are leaning, it looks like, or something. Also doesn't help that it looks like the rows are going that way. So he's going pretty slow. I got Chuck. I have about 40,000 pounds on my cart right now. Should be another truck coming. Going pretty smooth. Got both machines running. Had some issue with the spreader on the back of the Lexion, but that seems to be working just fine now. Got another 40,000 on the cart. Then let me see how many trucks. So I've got 4 trucks loaded on this field. About to have a 5th. I don't really know who I want to catch here. I don't know who's going to have more on them. Once you get your weight written down, you kick your bag out of the way of the brake. Quartering gear, I like to run it in 6. They're lower, so you have enough power to get it moving when you need to. Hit start on your scale, so it'll show how much you've offloaded. And then once your RPMs are down low enough, turn on your PTO. No loud bangs, that's a good sign. You open your gate on your cart. You see that little, well, kind of, there's a little red lever. And then there you go. And you ramp it up a little bit. This grain cart has a pivoting spout, so I can pitch it up or down, which is nice. All the new ones have them nowadays, but these 1050s, only about half of them do. Heck, it might be an aftermarket thing that I don't know about. Usually what I do is once I get the front hopper filled how I want it, I go all the way to the back of the trailer like this, and then I work my way back to the middle. That way you get weight on these back axles. There goes the John Deere vehicle. That's never good. Hopefully that has nothing to do with us. I'm hoping. And you kind of gotta compensate a little bit, or not compensate, but think about it. You gotta use your brain. If you got 54,000 on your cart, you got to pack the front hopper and the back hopper, so you really got to pack the truck up pretty good. But if you got 48,000, you got to make sure you put like half the weight on the front, half on the back, and you don't have 35,000 on the front, 15,000 on the back. Looks like we're going to get this entire cart off, which is nice, because that was a pretty heavy cart load. So now you might be able to see that little red lever. I shut the gate there, slow down my RPM, and shut the PTO off, park. And then I'll write down this number, which is the amount that I just dumped. And I will write it right here, and then my empty I will put right there. Unloading the deer here. Big mother deer. Lexion is going right down there, but Chuck's right here with the 9870. I'm just unloading him. Gonna quick do a check and see how these combines are doing out here. Ooh, this is a low cut pass. Got Carson right down there. Oh, there's Chuck. So right here is where the edge off on the table the header is. So it's not directly behind the machine. And you can typically tell which combine did which pass. I can tell you this pass was done by the Lexion, and I can tell you that this pass 100% was done by the Deere. So the difference is the Deere, it doesn't shred the straw up as much. I mean, it does a good job, don't get me wrong, especially for how old it is, but this is the sample you're getting from the Deere coming out the back of the machine. The straw is a lot longer stalks, you can see coming out the back, and there's a lot more of it. That's the Lexion, that is the Deere. You can obviously see. The thing with the Lexion is it spreads it and it doesn't quite get it out as far as the Deere does, but it shreds it up to nothing. I mean, that's the stock sample you're getting out of the Lexion. It shreds it to little bitty pieces. So most of the straw you see actually just when it hits this when it hits the stalk line, it just falls into the, I mean, yeah, all this down here is the Lexion's straw. The Deere, it's enough where it just lays on top. The Lexion, it all just filters its way down into the dirt. But I mean, that's shredded up really nicely. This was all a Lexion pass right here. I mean, yeah, you can see the difference in the straw that's laid out. It to itty bitty pieces. Woo! I am really itchy now. So we're actually at the next field. Getting kind of dark over there. I didn't really record much of that last field. I want to keep this rather short, so I might give the GoPro to Carson. I'll see if he takes it. He can run you with the combine for a little bit. But yeah, we're on this next field here. Not really sure what the yield will do. These just don't look quite as full, I guess. I don't know. In between, you can see there's more of a gap. Maybe I'm wrong though. That's what they were kind of saying. So we will see. 9870 just did a pass here, cutting really low. So it's a decent amount of chaff. The moisture, I can feel the moisture picking up. It's about, I think, like 7 o'clock, 7:15. I can definitely feel the moisture increasing. Yeah, you can tell it's the 9870. Doesn't look too bad. I mean, there's no kernels out here, so it's a clean, it's good coming out the back. I don't see any kernels. This is right behind the combine, so I don't know if there's any header loss. Check that. Oh, got a couple right there. Oh, that was just a plant that fell over. I don't think we have too bad. Looks pretty good to me. Most of it's just light oats. Day one, shutting down.
You just don't spray any chicken litter on the outside of the field.
Response? No? Alright. So anyways, day one coming to an end.
It does kind of look that way, to be honest. I mean, I look to my left here. It looks like there's some pretty good oats here.
Anyways, so yeah, ooh, that's a rock. Anyways, yeah. Shutting down here. I'm gonna empty the combines, put them on this cart. Hopefully it all fits. I don't know if it's all gonna fit. I really don't think it's gonna fit, but it should all fit on the truck regardless. And then, yeah, call it a night. Hello everyone. I'm supposed to get some footage of the Claas combine for Caden. We just cut through here, just turned around, gonna start heading back the other way. I don't know, probably can't see. It's probably showed videos of the John Deere 9870 STS. We're running that as well. So this is an 8700 Claas combine. It's pretty new to us. Actually, it is new to us. So I guess if anybody's got pointers on how to run this better, more than willing to take advice at this point. So yeah, not much about this. Oats are doing right about the 120. We're pretty dry this year. This combine's running really well. I actually have it set at, let's see if you can see this. I'm running about 4.2 mile an hour. I actually have it set where either A, I hit 85% engine load, or I hit 4.2 mile an hour. People will say, yeah, you can go faster, and I can go faster at times, but the 40-foot head here, Mac'd on FD75, it's plenty fast. I know someday maybe I'll get more comfortable running faster, but for now, this is the third day I've ran it. And we only got about, I don't know, 2 or 3 more days of oats. Probably won't push it. And actually this combine is, they're loaning it to us at this point. Our combine actually isn't here yet. Actually it just got done, just left Omaha, actually today, June 14th. So, yeah, not much else about this. I'll try to get some footages here. We're just taking the tops of the oats, so you'll see there's some grass underneath. We're just taking the tops. So other than that, it's a pretty good sample.
I don't know. Looks pretty clean. Does a good job. But yeah, I'll try to get some footages. A little bit more on the combine here. I know it's kind of cut up here. Sorry about that, Caden. You're gonna have to do some editing pretty badly. It's my first time around. So what's new about this combine versus the old, we had a Lexion 780. The CBIS is definitely different. The whole screen, it's all touch screen now. I will admit, at first it was a little overwhelming, but it's very nice how they laid it out. Actually, I'd say it's even better than, well, it's almost like a John Deere 4600 screen, guidance screen in a tractor. It's well laid out. Other new features is the little dome handle here. Before, it's always like a little stick you push ahead. Same concept, still push it ahead. I wasn't too sure about it, but this is really nice. It fits well. Claas did a nice job on that. So you have your unload auger up here to unload, swing in, swing out, up, down for your head. This is your reel, header speed, forward, back on your reel if you have it maxed on. Auto steer, and there's a little toggle switch here in the back, right here. So that can run your tilt. One nice feature, there's kind of a shortcut. If you hit the star, it'll pop up with a bunch of shortcuts here that you can program, which is pretty nice. Right now I have it all on head stuff because obviously with Oats, we're constantly adjusting our head up, down, side to side. Getting through pretty thick oats here. So you can see that the combine's slowing itself down, which is pretty nice. I don't have to worry about too much. Oh, I'm back. Not sure what happened there. But yeah, so the combine slowed itself down here. It's pretty thick. So what it does is with the Claas, they have it where a crop mat will flow into the feeder house below here. If it's too much, it'll actually slow itself down. If it's way too much, it'll actually shut the head off all by itself. And then the combine will speed up, and the combine will clean itself out so it doesn't plug the whole combine. So that's pretty much what it was doing there. It was the mat flow was getting too much, so it slowed itself down, or the engine load was getting too high, so it slowed itself down. So that's a pretty nice feature. That way you don't have to worry about slugging your combine. Other than that, unload auger is a 5.1 bushel per second unload. Grain tank's 510 bushel. I will admit it looks kind of weird. Honestly, the John Deere combine grain tank looks bigger, but that actually only holds 475 bushel. So it's a little deceiving, but this has a very deep grain tank and it's very tall compared to the John Deere. Hang on a sec here, gotta turn around. This is an 8700 TT, so it's got TerraTracks on them. Very nice, very smooth ride. I think one thing they did differently on the design is on these new Claas combines is the wheels in the back actually turn tighter. Actually, when they turn, they actually kind of go at an angle, it looks like. It's kind of interesting. Trying to think what else. I think this combine has 587 horsepower. Max is 617. The Claas combine we're getting is actually a pre-series. I think that's gonna have, well, no, sorry, my mistake. This combine I think has like 549 horsepower with max of trying to think, here's a 580. Where the new combine, they added a little more horsepower, I think about 39 more horsepower, so it's got about 580 horse with a max of 617. I could be mistaken on that, so don't quote me on that. Trying to think what else is new on that combine. There's a couple new features. I think the unload auger spout actually swivels now on that. Obviously we'll get that for being in corn harvest, so we'll probably have more videos of that, of course. Yeah, this is my first video, so bear with me here. Hopefully Caden's really good at editing. Caden's running grain cart. My brother Garrett's running the 9870. My dad Chuck was actually running it earlier. You probably won't see them much. You honestly probably won't even see me very much. But we'll see. Maybe I'll get used to this. You're probably wondering what that bar is up front. So that is an air reel. A lot of guys actually don't run that. I mean, a MacDon head does a really good job, or any sort of Draper head actually does pretty well at keeping the crop in. But we feel like, well, if we can save ourselves 1 bushel, well, 1 bushel, even at conventional prices, if beans are, say, $15, it's $15 an acre. You got 1,000 acres of beans, it's $15,000. Well, you just paid for an air reel just about right there. So to us, it's, I mean, 1 bushel, if you can save that, that's huge. And obviously in the organic world, it's even more. Prices are a little bit higher, so definitely can save yourself some money. And I feel like sometimes it can be a detriment a little bit if you have down oats or your beans are down. It tends to push it, but sometimes if you get down there and you're going slow enough, it actually can lift the oats up off the ground, which then your reel can actually grab it and pick it in a little bit easier. So pros and cons. I think there's more pros for us than cons. We run them on both. The other John Deere combine runs a 35-foot FD75 with a 35-foot air reel. We really like the heads. We used to run auger heads, John Deere, so we really don't know much different, but we really like them. We've had them for the 35-foot we've had for 4 years, I think now, maybe, and we didn't buy them new, they were used. So I know there's an FD 30 or 135, I think now, and there's even a newer series, maybe that is a newer series. There's a couple guys that are maybe trying that, I think, this year in our area. I saw one at our dealership. Yeah, maybe someday we'll upgrade, but for now, these work really nice. Very little issues, and I say that, we'll probably have a lot of issues going forward, but it's pretty easy to service, to maintain. Really the only issues we've had is the sickle sections, which really is easy to fix. Our 35-foot Draper, we will have to change the outer belt or both outer belts and probably the inner. And I'm thinking on this 45-foot, when we bought it, I think they changed the outers, but then it changed the middle. So we will have to change that, I think, at some point too. Which I think we're probably gonna do that before fall. That way we don't have any breakdowns in the middle of fall. And plus, with the shortage of all the parts in the country, like to be proactive and not reactive a little bit this year. So yeah, I'll try to get some more footage. Gotta turn around again.